Good day, Lieutenant.
My lord? You are one of the governor's confidants, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet, the governor's legate.
My sincere pardon, Excellency. I didn't want to show any disrespect. Captain?
Lieutenant!
How can I help you?
We seek information concerning a young recruit, a certain Rayner.
Rayner? Sorry, name isn't familiar to me. He must be with another company.
Are you sure about that? This is an important matter.
I'm certain, Captain. Was he family to you?
I recruited him. You know what that's like. The boy was killed and then tossed in the bay. I want the head of whoever's responsible.
I did hear talk of a young lad found in the port waters. That's my sector. But I was told that it was an accident, and I had no reason to doubt it. Are you sure the lad was murdered?
Absolutely certain. Beaten to death, to be precise.
That's horrible. But I don't know anything about it.
Too bad. Thank you, all the same. Goodbye, Lieutenant. Good day, soldier.
Good day, my lord.
De Sardet, legate of the congregation on Tirfredi.
Captain Kurt.
Oh, excuse me, Excellency. I didn't know. Captain, I truly am sorry. At your service, my lord. Excellency.
Since you know who we are, present yourself, soldier.
Ah, yes, sir. Recruit 2nd Class Alric, Blue Silver Regiment, 11th Company. At your service. Anything else?
You don't quite look like you've got the hang of all this. How long have you been in?
Is it that obvious?
It's quite normal for a new recruit.
I joined up 4 months ago. But at the beginning, we were on board ship, you see. I don't know if that really counts. I started exercises when we got to New Serene. But I'm making progress, they say.
And do you like it here?
I sure do. That's why I joined the Guard. To come here, to leave the continent. Know what I mean?
I do.
Anything else?
Here. You seem tired and a little on edge. A drink would do you some good.
It's just that I don't know if I'm allowed.
You're on leave, or you wouldn't be at the tavern. And why not?
Yes, but this is His Excellency's own bottle. I don't know if I can.
Drink, I tell you.
Now then, why don't you tell us what you know about Rayner?
Well, I didn't serve with him.
I recognize that voice
Not
actor.
really. We just crossed
There's
paths.
a lot of familiar
He
voices.
was leaving the 11th when I joined. Everyone said he was good, strong, and
You can hear me over the cat purring.
followed orders. And then, poof. Lieutenant got this order, and he wasn't happy. And I mean really quite
Boop the
unhappy.
microphone.
And then Rayner, he was gone. We never saw him again. We asked where he'd been sent, but the lieutenant didn't want to tell us. Said that it was none of our business. But you, he won't be able to say no to you. You should go and offer him a drink too.
Where can we find your lieutenant?
At the barracks.
Thank you. And watch yourself when leaving. Wouldn't want
Evening
you to fall
again.
into the bay. That will be
Hello.
all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Game makes up for dead air. Cat, stop rubbing the microphone.
Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Could you tell me which company you serve?
The 11th, Excellency. Anything else?
What's your assignment?
The 11th is assigned to road and outpost security for the congregation on the island. As for me, I'm responsible for the training of recruits and the patrol duty roster. Anything else?
We are concerned about the death of a young recruit named Rayner.
Let's be perfectly straight. We know that Rayner belonged to your company. And as the acting lieutenant instructor, you certainly had him under your command. So just stop with the lies. We've lost enough time here.
You know what they say? Guard business is well guarded.
And concerns only the guard. Now, unless you've lost your eyesight, you've a captain in front of you.
I know. But this story is dangerous, Captain.
If you have so much as an ounce of respect for the boy, speak to us. Don't you believe he deserves justice?
Yes, of course. But you have no idea what's been going on here. If word got round that I've been talking, come back after sundown, when there's fewer folk.
Very well. We'll be back.
Anything else?
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell.
That man was shaking and looking over his shoulder, as if he thought a predator had caught his scent. Whatever could terrify your warriors to jitter so?
I don't know yet, but I will find out, Siora.
It's gonna be an ambush or something.
Want armour that fits you like a glove? Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the forge. What can I do for you? Want armour that fits you like... Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the forge. What can I do for you? Want armor that fits you like a glove?
Quite like the
We'll
upgrades you
make
can
it
do.
for you.
Though I'm likely to just choose upgrades on stylistic basis. Anything else? Just gonna kill some time till nightfall. Single setting, do you think? Where you going, cat?
Evening.
Evening.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for D alcohol.
Best forge in tier for D. Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces made to order.
Just farting around waiting for the sun to set.
What happens when the sun sets?
Then I can go back and question a guard. It's just afraid to be seen talking to us, though it's probably an ambush.
You can't skip time.
For certain missions you can, but I haven't seen a way to do it otherwise. Oh, excuse me. Killed some kind of animal. I thought it would drop something useful for me. Apparently not.
What do you make of this viral controversy of this random wrestler saying that he doesn't play DD, and then the DD community going bonk?
I don't care. He's just playing up to a stereotype of being a bit of a heel. Who gives a toss, really? Okay, this seems like night.
Yeah. I felt the same way. Surprised how many took the bait.
It is an annoying old stereotype, so I can kind of understand it, but yeah, he was just doing what wrestlers do.
We are quite alone now. You may speak to us.
Rayner was indeed a member of my company, and an excellent recruit. But you already know that.
Continue.
One morning, I got a note telling me he'd been transferred from my company. He'd received a new assignment. I was so furious that I did my own little investigation to see where he'd been sent. It wasn't easy. No one wanted to give me answers. No one seemed to know anything. But one thing's for certain. Rayner wasn't the only man to have disappeared. I learned that a good many recruits, all the cream of the crop, had been reassigned. And finally, I learned about the existence of a phantom regiment.
What sort of nonsense are you talking about?
A sort of secret, elite company that were following a special training program.
Where can we find them?
I've no idea. I had to put my investigation to rest. Things were getting dangerous. I began to sense I was being
Discount Sean
watched.
Bean.
This regiment protects its secrets at all costs with few scruples. If you want to know more, the training officer of the 6th might know something. It's been said that he took part in one of their missions, alongside them.
Are you certain you've nothing more to tell me about this infamous secret regiment?
I've told you everything I know, at the risk of ending up like Rayner, Excellency. Go and see the officer of the 6th if you want to learn more. And leave me alone now.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell. Good day, Lieutenant.
Excellency, what's your pleasure?
What company do you serve?
The 6th, Excellency. Anything else?
To where are you assigned?
The 6th Company is in charge of exploration and expansion of the colony of the Congregation of Merchants on the island. We operate mainly in the wilderness areas, in direct contact with the natives. But don't worry, we respect to the letter Congregation directives and standing orders. We avoid all confrontation with them as much as possible. Anything else?
Tell me about the Phantom Regiment.
About what? I have no idea what you're talking about, Your Excellency.
Come now, Lieutenant. You do realize that the activities of this regiment are particularly suspicious. Secrets, threats, fabrications, and maybe even an assassination.
Wow.
This resembles
Somebody
more the pursuits
pronounced
of a
lieutenant
criminal
correctly.
organization than the Honorable Coin Guard. Am I to conclude that you are involved?
Of course, Excellency. This regiment doesn't exist. It must be some sort of rumor. Just some stupid ghost story the young recruits tell each other at night.
I do know that it's frowned upon, even dangerous, to delve into the matter, but I'm curious by nature. So considering the risk you'd be taking to tell me what you might know, I'm in a favorable disposition to offer you compensation.
That's a handsome sum. That might allow me to distance myself from this nest of vipers for a time. Very well. I've seen the regiment. Even fought beside them on an operation. On that occasion, our marching orders were kept secret until the last minute. We were asked to remove our regiment emblems, and our pay wasn't even recorded. And of course, we were ordered to speak to no one about it under any circumstances. I hope you realize the risk I'm taking talking to you about all this.
Have no fear. We understand. What was this operation?
An attack. A lightning strike on a caravan from the Bridge Alliance.
Marvelous. A company that behaves like back-alley bandits.
I know. It really shakes up the honor code. The regiment is made up of young recruits, carefully chosen. Only the best make it through. The training is extremely arduous. And my guess is that Raynor isn't the only one who's died from it. I know that they set up camp just outside the city, where the men live and train. But I'd be at a loss to tell you precisely where it's found. Sorry, Captain.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
This story is making me sick. Poor Raynor. If I'd have known, I'd never have recruited him.
I'm sorry, Kurt.
This isn't your doing. But these filthy phantoms, or whatever they are gonna have to settle the debt. Believe me.
You do realize that your own commander is certainly involved in this on some level. Outright clandestine operations could not have taken place without his approval.
That he's aware of the existence of the regiment, there is no doubt. That he approves of what they're doing. It wouldn't be the first head that didn't know what his hands were up to.
What do you wish to do now?
I'm gonna find the location of this camp. I have a few friends that can certainly help us. And when I know where to smoke out these bastards, I'll go and have a few fiery words. If you were of a mind to accompany me, 2 of us would not be too many to make sure they settle their debts.
Let me know when you discover where they are to be found.
You can count on me.
natives, I think. It's not reading your messages again. I can appreciate the sensitivity that people have, but yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was cringe. Pretty much. Stuck waiting for another thing to tick over. Yeah, some of it's YouTube, I think.
It's blocked.
They've been messing with things and they don't talk with their partners, so things end up not working.
Good day, Lady Mirange. Do you remember me?
Of course. Sur de Sade, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
It does break immersion somewhat for people to always be so happy for you to wander around their home and steal their shit. I suppose I'm a noble and can do what I want. Soon.
I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice.
At least the people around here actually like do stuff.
Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces made to order.
Ah, Anol Menawi. I'm glad to see you again.
I'm just passing through.
We might actually have useful goods for sale.
sir, good people. Liquor and wine from the continent.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
So? Did they take the bait?
Yes, Your Excellency. And I am very happy to see you. One of them came to the shop yesterday. He gave me 24 hours to raise the money required, which means that the entire gang could appear any minute now.
How
Perfect.
convenient.
I'll hide and wait for their arrival. And rest assured, I will not let them go.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
It's going to count as a good hiding place.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the top.
I hope you have what we're looking for, my good friend. Our man with the silver coin is not known for his patience.
Well, I moved heaven and earth to collect the sum, but alas, I ran out of time.
More fool you if you think Egon will be satisfied with your sorry excuses. You know what happens to those
Are
who
you free,
refuse
Mr.
to
Grim?
pay.
Leave this man alone at once. You're under arrest.
We'll see about
Is anyone
that.
ever truly
And
free?
who will stop us? We are the guard.
You certainly don't deserve such a name. Bunch of cowards.
Yield without a fuss and you'll have the right to a trial.
Really? And then it'll be the gallows. Do you think we're pushovers?
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency. You saved my trade and my life.
Stay alert. Their leader was obviously not present.
I heard about the man with the silver coin, but this is the first time they told me his name.
If they let him escape, it's only because they were thinking of killing you.
I beg you, find this Egon and stop him. None of us will be safe as long as he's free.
Don't worry. I don't intend to let him go.
Perhaps those of you who doesn't get their messages read out ought to sack themselves what they might have done to offend Robot Lady. Emoji face with stuck out tongue.
Oh, seems to be back.
We must find this Egon. At the barracks, perhaps.
I doubt our man goes openly by that name. It is the silver coin we must.
Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
So, men, how's it going?
Everything's fine, Lieutenant.
Nothing to report? All our friends are quiet?
Perfectly quiet. As soon as they hear about a silver coin, they start trembling.
Good. It would be a shame to have to make another example of them, right?
Oh, there's no need, Lieutenant. They've been as sweet as lambs since Renault's accident.
Accidents happen so quickly. I'm waiting for another delivery today. Have you seen your comrades?
No, they must have stopped at the tavern on the way. As soon as we see them, we'll send them your way, Lieutenant.
I hope those idiots aren't drinking my dew.
No one would dare do that to you, Lieutenant.
I hope not. Or I'll have to remind them that the silver coin can shake everyone, even the guards. Well, I'll leave you. I have urgent business to attend to. Now, don't forget to send me those drunkards.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
There's no doubt. Here is
Labour is pledging to abolish Ofsted and end high-stakes school inspections as part of radical plans drawn up before a possible snap elect.
That's a tricky one.
Who are you? You're following me?
Indeed. We would like to talk to you about the silver coin, Egon. It's now or never.
Influence from teachers' unions?
Could be.
Egon? You must be mistaken. I don't know anyone by that name.
Do not take us for fools. We heard you speak with your men.
I don't know what you've heard, but you're wrong. I'm not Egon.
Regardless, you are implicated in a murder and in the extortion of merchants. You are therefore under arrest. And we will finish by having you tell us who Egon is and where to find him.
Oh yes, we'll see about that.
To my help! And death to the others! Things are about to get dicey!
So, have you finally decided to follow us?
So you can torture me? You can do whatever you want.
It is a lot of wasted time and effort on the
I'm just a middleman.
inspections and everything. At the same time, you do want certain standards, and you do want to keep an eye on things. Probably just not as much as they currently have.
The silver coin. His symbol of recognition. I have to show it to Manfred.
My school always prepared for the annual inspections. Ofsted always saw through it.
They should spend that time and effort just, on education, really. Some of the standards are arbitrary as well, or political, which is part of the problem.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I conducted my investigation on the extortion organized by members of the Guard. I think I've put an end to it, at least temporarily. Unfortunately, I had to kill some of them as they were about to attack a merchant. But there are still some other soldiers involved that I should tell you about.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will have these men arrested immediately. These foolish brutes not only harm your merchants, but the entire reputation of the Guard. But you said you've only put an end to it temporarily. What makes you think this criminality might resume?
Their leader is still on the loose. They call him Egon, although I doubt it's his real name. I got hold of one of his lieutenants. He was carrying a silver coin, which seems to be a symbol of recognition between the gang members. But the man preferred to die rather than tell us anything about his leader.
Loyalty? Or terror?
Terror, I fear. From the merchants to the guards, everyone seems to tremble in front of this Egon.
I don't know any guard of that name. But as you said, it's probably a pseudonym. Here, Your Excellency. Take this. On behalf of the Guard, to thank you for settling this case. And rest assured that I will conduct a thorough investigation on my side. I'll also make sure that in future the City Guard is made up only of men of trust.
Thank you.
Don't know.
I will return to see how your investigation is going.
Maybe he's asleep.
I don't take this matter lightly.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
These disagreeable fellows.
I'm guessing UBI automation ec will be discussed at any political conference.
It should be. I don't know whether they're going to discuss that particularly at the Labour one. At least not under the current leadership. A lot of muggers and thugs and criminals around. Or experience points, as I like to call them. I fear that under the current Labour leadership they would be looking to try and prevent any of those things happening, which I think is just King Canute ordering the tide to stay out.
Nothing about civil liberties on Labor's website. I guess privacy, online isn't an issue for them.
Well, you've got a kind of split or division between the more sort of I hesitate to use the word, but that's kind of woke Labour and the older school version. So you won't see a particularly consistent policy there, I don't expect. Okay, well, spazzed out bird.
Was that a sphere grid? If there's a GE, I guess it will be a Tory as always. In this area.
Yeah, same. I expect there'll be a few upsets, but enough.
I call my town BMW Town.
Smack dab in safe Tory heartland. We've had ministers as local MPs before. It's currently Kit Malthouse, who's a bell end.
I don't know what my MP
Just these Tory.
does.
I've always hoped to one day find out my biological family name. But I cannot go to the Harbor office in person to see my file. Could you go there and bring the file to me?
Of course. But you will have to come with me to the port and tell me a little more.
Right. Also, I don't want any Naughts to be hurt in the process. Despite my desire to know my origins,
My MP supported Boris for a leader.
Don't worry. We'll be
Fire him out of a cannon into the moon.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbor office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must be a blind spot. There's always one.
You could dress as a knot and go through the back door, but someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to be much more discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any knots, I made some inquiries. The harbor office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search.
It's a proven technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
Right. Let's get some sleeping pills. Then we'll go see Dieter.
Labor pledges to stop NHS prescription charges, not bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, it cost me a fair bit. I don't mind too much though, because it does help offset. And don't get charged too much for it. Does add up when you've got several prescriptions. Ingredients required.
Oh damn, I forgot to stock up on my prescription.
Well, you got a while yet. I'm already having trouble getting some of my stuff.
Do you think climate change would affect UK food supply?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be as badly affected as some places. We might have to change what we grow. Then we import most of our food anyway, so that's the bigger issue.
Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
In Sweden we have a system where there's a maximum amount you have to pay for doctor's visits, prescriptions etc. in a year. After that,
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I can sell some shit to him.
You'll find all. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Ours is free if you're unemployed or various other things. That's how I got caught out, because I thought I qualified for free prescriptions but didn't. So they fined me, which was nice.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I've got a small personal stockpile set aside just in case, but trouble is, because it's been harder to get the drugs anyway, you end up having to use your stash, so it's...
Yes, why? You looking to have a good time?
It seems like you're sending girls and wine to the harbour office every night.
So, there's no law against that, is there?
No, and I'm not here to stop you.
Listen, Dieter, we just wanted to add a secret ingredient to your wine tonight.
What? Are you joking? Are you trying to slip a laxative in it?
We were thinking more of sleeping pills. Nothing bad, you see.
Listen, I have nothing against a little prank, but I can't risk losing my best customers.
Captain Vasco is very influential among the Nords. Maybe he could help expand your excellent clientele even further.
If you accept, I could arrange for your agreement to come to fruition. In San Mateus, for example.
After such a blow, I may well win a deal in San Mateus, but I'm pretty sure I'll lose the one I already have. You will have to find another way to perform your little joke. Sorry.
It looks like my plan has fallen apart.
I'll have to be discreet.
You should dress like a knot, and maybe take a haze potion.
Yes, good idea.
Yes, why? You looking to have a good time?
About the joke we told you about.
Do not insist. I already said no. Nothing has changed.
Fine, I won't bribe you then. use potion.
It would be better if you go there at night. It will be much more discreet. We can wait here if you're ready.
I'm ready. We just have to wait for nightfall. All right, it's dark enough. It's time to move.
I'll wait here as planned. I can't risk getting caught there.
Don't worry. I'll make sure not to hurt anyone.
Good luck, Dishardy.
Time for a save in case of ballsing it up. Okay, that wasn't particularly discreet. Now I've got to remember how to use potions. The controls. helpful.
Damn it, I told you not to hurt anyone. What happened?
I was spotted. I didn't really have a choice.
Didn't hurt anyone. What are you talking about?
I explicitly said I didn't want my brothers to be hurt. I should never have trusted you with this mission.
I'm sorry, but I managed to recover your file anyway. You should take a look at it.
Let me see that. So I was right. My real name is Leandra, son of the Darcy family from Serene. Nobles, I suppose.
Yes. I must admit, I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of environmentalists still oppose GM.
To think that I spent my childhood polishing ship bridges when I could have been wearing silk.
I'm sorry for you, Vasco, but growing up in nobility is not as simple as it sounds.
Really? Well, whatever. I've learnt my real name thanks to you, and that's what I wanted.
Leandra Darcy. I remember coming across a Darcy at my uncle's court. Your brother, no doubt.
My brother? What was he like?
It was a long time ago. We were children. I couldn't tell you what he looks like today.
A brother? I wonder if we are alike despite our completely different lives. Thank you for sharing this and for telling me about him. You gave me back my identity. This is more important than the Nords care to admit.
Let's go! Greetings!
Evening, Jin. Hope all is good.
Tiring yourself out?
Right.
My caravan goes through all the cities.
I'll live.
So, where should I drop you?
Thanks, but I'd rather walk.
I don't think a lot of environmentalists do oppose GM crops. That's mostly just uninformed activists.
I don't know, it's a tricky one to disentangle, I think. A lot do see it as meddling of some sort.
But nowadays any bozo can call themselves an activist.
This is true.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I detect awful English accents here.
I think a lot of the voice actors are English, so... Unless you're saying the English accent itself is awful. In which case, we should meet on the hustings.
Okay, awful regional.
curious carved stones.
There is a game coming set in London, can't he remember what?
The hacking one by Ubisoft, the new one of that set in London. Fuck, I can't remember its name.
New Watch Dogs, right?
That's it. Die, turkey.
I watched trailer, made Dick Van Dyke seem acceptable.
Penis truck lesbian, you mean?
A. Huh.
Bertitumad, I am Ulan, chief of the village of Vignamri. You have a peculiar face, and it looks familiar.
I was thinking the other day, never played Cyberpunk tabletop. What was system like?
D10 plus stat plus skill, pretty deadly combat. Worked well enough.
I met a member of your clan in New Serene, a merchant.
Oh, so you
Talking
are the
about bad
strange
fake accents.
Anna-Manawi who helped and saved our hunter. I am very grateful to you. May the trees along your path always bear fruit. I knew the Renaigse could be good. And you proved to everyone that I was right. You are someone that the kings of the Renaigse respect and listen to. Not?
As the legate of the congregation, it is true that I
Skyrim
can talk to
had
all
a
the
few.
governors of this island.
That is what I thought.
Is your interview live or being recorded?
I'm not sure, I think it's being recorded. Speaking of which, I should head to sleep in a sec.
About what?
I want to meet him to offer a peace treaty between his clan and mine. The Seaside Nemeis. Many kings want to chase the Renaigse away from the island, especially the kings of Hikmet. But
What have I missed? What interview?
Doing a interview on game design.
I see.
My cat always tells me when it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, mine's telling me that.
Can you also tell him that one of my clansmen has come to trade with his town? I sent him some time ago. But I was told that the soldiers did not let him in. He fears for his life, because some other clans do not look favorably on exchanges with the Renaigse. He could be attacked at any moment, alone on the road.
Very well. I will make sure that he obtains permission to enter.
Detoxing of sleeping pills right now. Hard work.
Right, let's save that.
My
Get some
mum's
kip.
friend has been at ice.
Can shock your body to come off things, so that might actually make sense.
Night.
Night all. See you soon.